Hi, today I'm here with Natalie and Annalise. Natalie and Annalise are both in 2nd grade, and we are going to work today on number foldables. So these are one-page foldables that kids can fill out that are just as fun as the foldables for interactive notebooks, but don't have as much cutting and gluing, so they save a lot of time. So Annalise, I'm going to give you this foldable all about the number 1. And Natalie, I'm going to give you this foldable all about the number 2.
Thank you.
You'll notice that they're both doing the same skills even though they're working with different numbers. So in the top box here, it says write the number you see. So write the number of animals that you see.
Where?
Annalise on the line. Annalise is writing the number 1 because there's 1 giraffe, and Natalie wrote the number 2 because there's 2 kangaroos. Now, you can see the glue down here box we're going to ignore. We're going to flip them over to look in the next box, and it says color the number on the hundreds chart. So Annalise, you're working with the number 1, so you're going to color in number 1 on the hundreds chart. And Natalie, you're working with the number 2. So what number do you think you'll color in?
Number 2.
Number 2. Good. Beautiful. Now we're going to flip it around again for the bottom box on this page. And it says show the number on the tens frame. So how many dots do you think you will add working with the number 1?
1.
Just 1. So go ahead and draw a dot right there. How many do you think you'll add?
Since I have 2 right here and 2 right there, I think my number will be 2.
You are right. Wonderful. Now let's look at the next instruction on that box. Show the number on the number line. Can you go ahead and put a dot on the number line for your number?
Right here in the middle?
On the number 1.
Right there.
Right there. And where would your number go?
It'd go on number 2 because everything's in number 2.
Exactly. These pages are all about one number between 1 and 10. Now we're ready to flip it over and we get to some of the harder math. So you can see that both girls have a number bond, a tape diagram, and some lines for equations. We are going to have the top circle in our number bond be the number we are talking about today. So what number are you talking about?
1.
1. So put a 1 there. And what number are you talking about?
2.
2. Wonderful. Okay, now we're going to pick a fact family for our number. What plus what equals 1?
0 plus 1.
0 plus 1. So go ahead and put that in your bottom of your number bond. And what plus what could equal 2?
1 plus 1.
You could do 1 plus 1. So let's put 1 and 1 in there. Good. Now tape diagrams are just like number bonds. So in the top, we're going to put the total, the number we're working with today. Good. 2 and 1. And then write that same fact that you put in your number bond. So you put a 0 and a 1, and you put a 1 and a 1. Now that we have our models filled out, we're ready to write our equations. So at the top, we're going to put an adding equation. So you said that 0 plus 1 equals 1. So we fill it in there. And you said that 1 plus 1 equals 2. So fill it in there. Now we have another slot for a different adding equation. So what we're going to do is flip it. Instead of 0 plus 1, you can put 1 plus 0. That's the commutative property of addition.
But for me, it can't switch. So...
It's the same, so just write it again.
Okay.
So even though she flipped it, it's the same because it's a double stacked. Now we have a subtraction problem. When we write subtraction problems, we always start with our total. So go ahead and write 1 and go ahead and write 2. Now we're going to take away one of our parts. Which part do you want to take away first? 0 or 1?
1.
Okay, so write minus 1.
And I have to take away 1.
You have to take away a 1. And what is your answer of 1 minus 1?
0.
0. And what is your answer?
1.
1. All right. Again, we're doing subtraction, so let's start with our total. Let's put a 1 right there, or a 2. And then let's take away the other number. So if you did 1 the first time, you do 0 this time. And yours looks the same because it's a doubles fact. Beautiful. So these girls have filled out both sheets. And now it's time for folding. So I'll take one of our other sheets, this one for the number 3. It's just like what they had, but it deals with the number 3. You'll notice I have more number bonds because there's more possibilities with the number 3. So we're going to take our pieces of paper and have the number bond side up and have it like mine. There you go, hamburger way. And we're gonna fold it over, line up the corners, and fold it in half. Okay, nice job. Good. Now we're gonna turn it again. Flip yours upside down so you see the tens frame. Good. And we're gonna take the corners of this side and match them up to the corners over here and fold in half again. So bring it over like that. Good. You're doing great. Nice. All right, the last step, if we're all looking at our hundreds charts, we're gonna take the bottom, bring up the corners, fold it in half. This is the hardest fold you'll do because there's a lot of paper we're folding here.
I can't do this.
It is. It's the hardest fold.
Yep. Very hard. Got it.
Awesome job. Now, remember the box that we ignored, the one that said glue here, glue down here? We're going to put some glue on this side and stick it into our math notebooks or our folders or whatever we're using to keep track of all of our numbers pages. So I hope this was a helpful lesson on how to use the numbers in your class. Was it fun?
Yes. So woohoo! Get your numbers.